Mortgage rates, home prices, and the housing market continue to be on top of mind for buyers and homeowners alike. Joining us now is Realtor Eddie Campos to answer some of the biggest questions. So, Eddie, good to see you as always.
Good to see you.
Is this a good time to sell? Is this time? Usually in the summertime is when people are selling and buying houses.
That's the number one question I get asked all the time. And I like to reverse that onto people because it really comes down to you. Is it a good time for you to buy or sell yourself? Is your family growing? Does that mean you need to move? I just had a closing today for someone who bought their very first home. It was beneficial to her because she only had 3% down. She got a 3% credit as a grant. And she has a house payment now of $1,243.
Oh, wow.
She was paying rent at $1,600. So is it a good time to buy or sell for her? Interest rates were 6.7%. So interest rates, even though that's a factor, that's not the guiding post for you to be able to buy or sell a home, because it makes a fractional difference, right? If you're buying a $200,000 home, that may only make a difference of $70 a month. Is that going to make or break your situation for your monthly budget? That's what I think people really need to focus on.
People like to move in the summertime if it involves kids in school.
Right.
But is the fall even a decent time to sell?
You know, fall is typically our second run at everything. So we get through the Labor Day time, and then we have our second run through that fall period. People are trying to get in and out right before the holidays. Although winters have been very solid for me last year, I closed on 8 properties between Thanksgiving and Christmas. There's still people moving every time of the year. So if you're selling, you're thinking, you know what, I think the best time for me to put the house on the market is going to be in the spring. Maybe, maybe not. You're definitely going to have more eyeballs looking at your home, right? So that would be a good thing. But the right buyer may be out there right now because they need to get into a home.
Those beautiful interest rates from a couple of years ago of 3%, long gone. Now we're up to about 6.75. The Fed did hold steady today for this month, but they could go up next month. But how does that end up affecting interest rates for that?
Well, those directly don't impact us, but the bond market does, which reacts to what happened to today. So what we're going to wait to see is tomorrow to see how the bond market reacts to that. You know, today it was somewhere around, I think, 5.12% of the bond market. We're typically just a little over that. So tomorrow we'll see what the reaction is. But if things remain steady, that seems to be something that everybody was looking forward to. They just didn't want to see things go up. So I think people are happy with the outcome today.
Are people refinancing at all?
Some are, not right now, but not too long ago. So August of last year, interest rates, flirted with being under 6%, and if you bought at 6.7, it might be a good time. Somewhere around 1% is typically a good gauge if it's a good time for you to refinance. So if you bought at one of those higher interest rates, like 7%, you'd probably want to wait until you get closer to 6.
We have about a minute left.
Yeah.
What's the housing market like overall in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan? People are buying homes. Are they getting asking price? Are they having to go below? Is it a buyer's market, seller's market?
Yes, to all of the above. So there's good activity, right? Sales are up. Actually, sales are flat in Northwest Ohio. They're down 0.9%. That's flat in my opinion. Yeah. I'm a half full kind of guy. But in the state of Ohio and nationwide, they're up. I think the interest rates have played a factor in that. And I think right now people are still ready to make a move because they're tired of renting, tired of getting out. They want to get out of their parents' basement, and they want to get out on their own.
Yeah, and of course, the tax benefits of owning a home always help too.
Always there, yes. Yeah, and Ohio Realtors have been really influential in making sure that stays around for people. There's been a few times when that's been on the chopping block, and we didn't feel that it was going to be around. So Ohio Realtors has been very influential with their legislative and government affairs positions to be able to help influence the Senate and Ohio House to make sure that that's a benefit that people continue to have.
Always good to talk to you, Eddie.
Great to see you, bud.
Thanks so much.
Take care.